Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be exploring the top side of this mine, and in the 1970s this was actually considered one of the last remaining camp type mines where the miners would live and work in one area. So there's bunk houses, there's an equipment shop, and we'll see what else we can find around here. We're parked down at the lower section by the mine entrance and the workshop, so we're going to check that out real quick. Then we're gonna hop back in the truck, head up the mountain, and see what else we can find. Like I said in my last video, I didn't think there would be snow up here. This morning there was actually a lot more snow on the ground, but I guess a lot of it has melted since the sun has came out. I guess they got a little bit last night. It was raining on the way up here. You can still see some of the rain clouds, so my truck got kind of dirty. So that's going to be fun to clean when I get home. So here's your workshop. So like I said, in the 1970s, this was considered one of the last, like, actual mine camps, you know. So that's what I read online. Let's see, what do we have here? Clamp couplers, probably hose connectors, pipe adapters, and stuff of the sorts. Nuts, airline connectors. So everything they needed for a work down in the mine was here, and it was labeled, and it was very easy to find. Caps and plugs. Yeah, they had everything in here. Cable clamps, pipe fittings. Then they had stuff for heavy equipment, compressors, trucks, and generators. Lag screws. Metal screws, hinges, and they had all sorts of stuff here. It's a one-stop shop for the miners here on the top of the mountain. Nothing much in here. They might have stored a truck in here or something at one point. And those are the ore cart tracks coming out there. I think there was a mill or something here at one point. You can kind of see the foundations as I was flying the drone around. It is just beautiful up here. And I can't remember the last time I saw snow was when I went back to the East Coast for the holidays. Okay, so we're gonna head in the truck. I don't really want to be walking up all these hills. So we're gonna head up the truck and we're gonna go up around to these buildings up here. I think that was where the bunkhouse is. So we just came from down there and now we're checking out this one. I don't believe this was a bunkhouse. I believe those could have been the bunkhouses because there are more of them. Here's the outhouse. Looks like people have been camping up here, and I don't blame them. It's a beautiful spot. Tractor hydraulic fluid. You know, maybe this was a bunkhouse. I mean, you do have different multiple rooms here. This is probably all from the snow melt on top of the roof. So it's not raining. This is probably your kitchen area. So I'm not seeing anything that would be like a wood stove or anything. Alright. Well, this door doesn't... There we go. And then you had stairs going down there, and then I believe there was a set going up there. So I can imagine the little snow... So I can imagine the little snow we got, I guess, last night, if it was barely anything, and we're in early mid-spring, I guess. Just imagine what it's like in the dead of winter. They probably get a couple good feet up here, so those miners, they'd be living up here, and it's a very long ride to town. I didn't see anybody for miles and miles when I came up here. I haven't even seen anyone else off-roading today, or anything, or hiking, or whatever. We're just up here, just us, I guess. There are more bunkhouses and buildings. We're gonna hop back in the truck and go up there next. All right, let's see what these ones were. Woo, that's some sloppy mud. Smell the cedar. Ah, there's a big tank in here. Interesting. Wonder if that was the main air tank for the mine? Could have been. Jeez, man. Some quicksand mud right over there. This building is probably in the worst shape compared to all the other ones. All the siding is gone. You can still see the carpet. You know, if I had a property like this, I would fix these up and I would rent them out as Airbnbs for off-roaders. I think that would be cool. You know, it's not really worth really going in these. You know, you can see everything from here. Very cool stuff. And right here are 3 more bunk houses, also in pretty poor shape, but I still think it's really cool that they're standing. That's the most important thing. This one's actually quite interesting. Let's see if we could check this one out. This might have been, yeah, little, this just has the partitions. So some of the other ones, they didn't have the walls in them, I guess. This one does. It's pretty cool. The eggs, carpet and everything. This is what it would look like. You're a miner coming to work. You come out of your front door, get your boots and clothes, and get ready to head into the mine. Got stairs going down there. Cool stuff. Very cool stuff. We have 2 smaller little cabins to check out, and a mine shaft, and then we're gonna start making our way down this mountain and get on to the next location. All right, so we have another outhouse over there, and I went down there earlier. I couldn't find anything worth filming. This might have been another storage building for materials, perhaps. Let's go check it out and see. Oh, samples, core samples. So, this might have been the Assay building then. Yeah. Yeah, the rain has really done a number on this building. That's cool. They're storing all their core samples and core sample bags over here. Cool. And then we got this. This is the first place I drove up to when I came up here this morning, and I'm not sure what this building was, but it was pretty close to this other shaft here. This is actually the top of the decline shaft. So where we went in was on a different level, and this is just the top of it. I'm not seeing track going down like it normally does. So could have been truck, could have not been truck. I don't see it here anymore. There's definitely a winch up here, and they're bringing stuff up. This chain went across like that. Might have been another workshop. So yeah, here's the top of your skip car system and shaft. So let's check out that building. I wonder if that was part of this. Makes sense now. Some spare. I don't know where it would have been though. Okay. Yeah, it is muddy up here. Really, really muddy. Yeah, probably just another workshop of sorts. All right. Well, I think that's going to conclude our exploration of this mine. So there's one more building that I didn't see on my way in. I guess I just wasn't paying attention. But it's this little one right here. Nothing crazy. It's a smaller building. This whole thing is starting to tilt over. There's a little porch here at one point. Well, this is a nicer one. This was the mine boss's cabin. It's a little further away from everything else. Cool. Well, this is going to conclude the exploration of this really cool mine hidden up in the mountains here. We definitely have to get back down there. We have more places to see. I mean, look at my tires. They got... You can't even see the tread anymore. The mud is really thick up here. I'm gonna have to air down to get a little more traction. But yeah, that's gonna be a wrap for this one, guys. Really, really cool spot. Maybe we'll return someday with my crew. We'll try to get into some of those upper slopes and crawl some of those manways and see what we can find. But we got down to the 500 level, in that last video, so that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Alright guys, well, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next one.